Have you ever considered that maybe the person who most profoundly reshaped American history wasn't actually a president, but a preacher?
It's a powerful thought, isn't it?
Yeah. Today, we're doing a deep dive into the source material about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was born in 1929, Atlanta, Georgia. And our mission here really is to try and understand how Dr. King showed, as our sources really highlight, that you don't necessarily need traditional power, political office, to create huge change.
Just courage and a clear sense of purpose.
Exactly. Courage and purpose.
And, looking at his early life, you can really see how that purpose was forged. Atlanta back then, the 30s, the 40s, it was vibrant, yes, but so deeply divided by segregation.
Stark lines, right?
Absolute stark. I mean, imagine growing up seeing separate entrances everywhere, different water fountains, just the constant daily reminder that you were seen as less than.
Black people couldn't sit at the front of the bus, couldn't eat in most restaurants, sent to different schools.
Often inferior schools, yeah. For him, this wasn't some abstract idea. It was just life. And that experience, it fundamentally shaped his conviction that this had to change. It just couldn't stand.
It paints such a vivid picture. And what's so remarkable when you look through the sources isn't just that he fought back, but how.
Right. The method.
Yeah. Instead of hate, he chose peace.
Yeah.
He became this, undeniable voice for the civil rights movement in the 60s.
The leader, really.
And his tools weren't political power, not in the usual sense.
Right.
They were incredibly powerful speeches, peaceful marches, meticulously planned, and this just unshakable faith.
And that approach, it was revolutionary. Our sources point out he was deeply influenced by thinkers like Gandhi, Satyagraha.
Nonviolent resistance.
Exactly. Confronting injustice head on, but always through love, moral pressure, and getting people to act together, not through force.
Think about the Montgomery bus boycott.
Oh, absolutely. A whole community united for over a year, walking miles every day, just refusing
to accept an unjust system. It wasn't just a protest. It was economic leverage driven by this deep moral belief.
And it worked. It led to a Supreme Court ruling. Or think about Birmingham. Seeing those images of children facing police dogs, fire hoses.
Unbelievable courage.
Immense courage. And those images, they forced the nation, really, to see the raw brutality of segregation.
And it's that mix, isn't it? Moral clarity, smart strategy with nonviolence, and just pure courage. That kind of led to his most defining moment, perhaps.
You mean the March on Washington?
Yeah, in those words, I have a dream. Our sources really show this wasn't just, a great speech. It was more.
Oh, much more. It was a vision. It laid bare the hypocrisy, the gap between America's promise and its reality for Black citizens.
But it also offered this incredibly hopeful alternative. A future where people are judged by character, not skin color. It resonated.
It absolutely did. And not just in the U.S., the world noticed. In 1964, he received the Nobel Peace Prize.
Huge recognition for his nonviolent struggle.
Acknowledging his unique ability, really, to inspire millions to face down prejudice peacefully.
But then, only 4 years later, he was assassinated. So young.
Just 39 years old. It was a profound tragedy. But, what's clear from the sources is that while he was gone, his dream, his methods, they weren't extinguished.
No, if anything, they were solidified. They live on.
They continue to inspire, absolutely.
So when we think about what this all means, Dr. King's life really proves that major change doesn't always come from the top, from presidents or generals. He was a preacher, an organizer. And through sheer courage and that unwavering purpose, he managed to, shake the conscience of America. He gave voice to millions.
Yeah, his impact wasn't about holding an office. It was about holding on to a moral vision and getting others to join him, peacefully but powerfully.
His legacy is just. It's proof that principles and people working together can sometimes be stronger than formal authority. He changed laws, yes, but also hearts and minds.
Fundamentally changed the landscape.
So connecting this to the bigger picture, you can really see Dr. King's dream living on, still shaping history, still shaping how we think about justice.
Absolutely. His life shows the incredible power of one person's courage and purpose against enormous odds.
Which leaves us with a question, really, for you listening. What does it truly mean that someone without traditional power could, as they say, shake the heart of America and give voice to millions? How does that change how we think about creating change?
And maybe think about his words, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. How does that idea resonate with you in your world today?